setups, making you out to be something you are not. In these setups, you will oftentimes be put in a weird position or in situations.
What up? Just literally reading why I was kind of guided to give it the name that I have. Sometimes, guys, you gotta do things a little bit different. And this is the only way that you're gonna stand out. What the hell is all that about? That's not meant to happen. My ring light just took a tumble. My ring light just took a tumble. That was funny. Lucky for me, collective, I have a you know those what's it called? Those armor screen protectors that you put that you have across your screen. I have one of those on mine. So just then as that fell, it probably would have damaged the screen in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, and I've dropped a pack on the floor. I will call this Wonderful Wednesday. Apologies, because I realized after I did because I'm not sure. This just goes to show that a lot of people are just quite nasty. Because I forgot that I don't even know how it happened actually. But anyway, one of my live recordings, it seemed like there was no volume, so I'm not sure. And if that happens again, just put it in the chat, innit? That's what normal people do, but I forgot half of you in it ain't more. Half of you in it are like demonically driven. I say a good half. Not all though, but definitely a good half. For whatever nefarious reasons why. 9 times out of 10, collective is just, again, jealousy and envy, which is nuts. To me, it's like really childish and extremely immature and quite embarrassing, actually. So clearly, some of these individuals literally have no shame. Especially the older generation, because they're meant to be setting some type of example, but all they're doing is just exposing themselves to who they truly are. You understand? But they wrap it up in their charismatic charm of wordery with a sprinkle of malicious intent. And 9 times out of 10, if you really do pay attention, you can see straight through it. I think the key is, guys, yeah, don't get me wrong, you have to like wear at the altar when you call things out, but 9 times out of 10, why would you? Because you know they're only going to deny it. But your gut doesn't lie. That I will say. The gut never lies. It's clear that half of these weirdos are from your family. The ones that benefited from you being in some type of addiction or on some type of low frequency, from, and for everybody it's different, from whatever abuse they perpetrated on you. So to me, that's not normal. That's something that needs to be studied. Instead of them trying to study you, they need to study their disgusting actions. Especially these elders. I like to call them dinosaurs. I say dinosaurs in the literal sense. Because some of these people have been here, it's like they've outlived their time, let alone century. So they it's like they literally, or they're desperately trying to hold on to some type of youth. Hence why they do the things they do. So clearly, when they started, their first victims will be their own family members. Exactly. You love what you do, you're very committed to it. People can see that. I think they can also see your commitment, your dedication, your resentment, resentment. Somebody resents you for that. Why would I say resentment? I was meant to say your resilience. So if I said someone resents you for this, that's quite sad. But it's good to have a overall perspective in the sense of people always hate what they don't see in themselves. But instead of trying to find their own gifts or talents, they'd rather try and copy and mimic someone else's, which doesn't make any sense. And expect that they can play that off as their own. And then for some of you, then even going as far as to spread falsities that you're stalking them, you're copying them, you're jealous of them. Be mindful of the people that spit those words out of their mouth, collective. Because anyone that's in their true divinity, that's doing what they truly love, that's doing what they're truly ordained to do, they don't move like that. Do you understand? That's the difference. And some of you know that too. They hate your strength. It's like whatever it is that you're passionate about, it gives you the strength and the endurance, as well as the fact that you're on your path. Of course, you're going to be protected, guided, blessed. Do you understand? and fortified. It's like these people like to, how can I say, they project how they feel in the sense of they'd rather pay people to like them. Yeah, whoever these people are, there's no new venture for these people. It's at an end. Regardless if they want to accept it or not, it is what it is, collective. Point blank, period. Do you understand? Your chariot awaits. So yeah, where they may have been doing this before, or got away with doing these heinous acts before, the world is waking up to it, or the people have woken up to it. It's literally like they've run out of luck. And this is why they like to keep people either in illusion or they want to keep people asleep. Because it benefits them. So say for instance, let me give you an example. Say for instance, they knew you had a certain talent or skill that you may not have been fully aware of. But they would clearly see. Do you understand? Can they probably get readings done on everybody? This little cult. Because that's what they do. They like to steal and siphon gifts and divinity from others. That's how they feel their life, basically. That's how they've been feeling their life. So there must be like some type of like ranking order. But anyway, say for instance, they can see something in you that you may not have realized, or you may not have been awakened to it as yet. Regardless, everybody has their time. You're not gonna, do you know what I mean? One person may awaken at a specific time. Doesn't mean that you post awaken at a specific time. There's a reason why we are all awakened at different times. There's reasons for it. Do you understand? Just ask the creator. And it ain't Satan. But anyway, these people out of sheer jealousy will want it for themselves. This gift you may have could be your bread and butter. These people don't care. Even worse is still, they could be in a better position than you and have more than you monetarily, materially, and they'd still want it. These are the kind of people who don't care if you've got kids, they don't care if you've got bills to pay. This is what you call evil personified. And I promise you, top of the list is your own demonic family members. Because where are they now? And if any of them are around you, I guarantee you, they're only around you to keep you in the dark. Do you understand? Or to like monitor you or be some type of handler in some way, shape, or form. So that's like saying they don't have to use any resources to spy or get people to hack your devices. Do you understand? You're right where they want you. They've got you in their clutches, so to speak. So again, it even makes me take a look at especially certain overbearing parents that want to have full control in that adult child's life, or adult children in their 30s and up living with parents. What are you doing? Something it's all good to say, oh, I'm trying to save up for my own property. Listen, we all got to start somewhere. That's not an excuse. And in some of you, I see you moving in a way where it's clear to see. And then add insult to injury, I've observed some of you people admitting who you truly are, whether it was a slip of the tongue or not. And these are the individuals that a lot of you people have been fooled by, because that's what a Jezebel spirit does. They fool you. And that contract you give them, that exchange you make, You just giving them every reason to basically harass you until you cut the cords. This is why you got to be very mindful. It's like they're very good at using people's insecurities against them. So once you look at it from that aspect, even from the things they say or the way they move, that will tell you. You'll notice that you see the ones that actually are telling the truth. Why do they have such a hard time? So you can really differentiate from the ones that are here working for the darkness, just to lead people back into darkness, or to get people to, what's the word, unconsciously agree to some type of covenant or or come to some type of agreement with these demonic energies. You're not realizing that. You're forgetting we're in our last days. People's taking it for joke. Like the Bible says in it, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. You're not asking the right questions. Do you understand? You believe in the illusion. Where do you think that saying comes from? Everything is not what it seems. Do you understand? The reason why they don't like people like ourselves is because we can see past the illusion. Do you understand? It has a certain zhuzh to it. But yeah, for a lot of us, this is what we collectively manifested. Well, these people, it's in the upright, so it is collective. Ace of Pentacles in the Reaper, so that tells me that these people's way of life, anything that they're trying to birth, whether that be physically or actually, because some of these people is even getting with people and using spar work to have children. You can't do that. But a lot of people have done that. Just to cling on to someone that they're not even in alignment with. All of it's coming out. All of it's coming out. So all the people that was glamorizing themselves with glamour magic, I can only imagine how you look. I ain't even laughing because, to be quite honest, it's not even funny. It's quite sickening. Because some of you deliberately had children, just you can siphon the energy from or the essence from your child to appear to be something that you never are or you never could be. But just for the fact of someone else is, that's what you don't like. That doesn't make any sense. So when you really think about how these people move and the kind of mentality that they live in, it's not only backwards, it's ludicrous. These people are absolutely what would you expect? They have no control. These are the kind of individuals that have allowed, not even swore, a lot of their ego, but they allowed their own jealousy and envy to fuel their behavior. And then you got to think whatever entities that they've conjured up to try and attack other people, you can't do that to someone that's protected, period. So where's it going to go? It's going to come right back to you. Because you conjured it up in that energy, you're the only one that's resonating that energy. So of course it's going to come back to you. But where you're so focused and so hell-bent on what you want to achieve, as diabolical as it is, you're not paying attention. I bet your ass is now. A lot of you probably thinking to yourself, why do you do the things you do? It's for your ego. It's for greed. There's this really strong sense of self-entitlement. These are the kind of people that, or not people, skin suits that walk in society. People that believe that although they've done none of the work, they just believe by how they look or who they're around that they deserve what they never earned. That doesn't make any sense. And I will always expose anybody like that. This is all these people can do is lie. Group up together and lie. The truth always comes out. So yeah, for some of you, you've gone on like it could be a physical voyage, but I'm getting more like a spiritual voyage to self-discovery. It's like you've opened up or activated a whole new life, a new way of thinking, a new perspective. Sorry. In fact, I'll even go as far to say even like a different frequency of being. And most of us did that naturally. So in that sense, you went for the trials and tribulations. You completed the task. You passed all the tests. For some of you, I didn't even realize you've even been tested. I'm being honest with you. I didn't even realize you've been tested. You stayed the course. Whereas these people probably got 10 seconds in. And they took the easy route. They took the deal. Believing the lies that they was told, which is funny. But really and truly, they know better. They've always known better. We've got a king of swords on the bottom, so yeah. So for some of you, you've probably been guided to share your voice or share parts of your journey. Do you understand? To enlighten others. Regardless of what's going around you. Is like these people focus on outwardly recognition and outwardly gain. Instead of looking at it from a different perspective, inwardly is what I would say. And the thing about it is you can tell these people straight off the bat just by how they move, just by what they say. So the ones that are in are just trying to take notes and trying to study is pointless. So this tells me a lot of you people have been put in your place. We've only got one card in the reverse and all the other cards are in this upright. So serenity is shining with our temperance energy. So you can only fake it to a certain extent. This is why these people are trying and get society to engage in reckless, intimate action. Just so that they can spread these demonic energies amongst people. And then you think you're going to go amongst your family or whoever it is you live with, and that energy is going to seep out into that surroundings. So it's obvious that these people are doing the work for the darkness. All right, so what else? And the thing about it is, it's not like some people, the same people that are out there with this holier than thou attitude and this holier than thou demeanor. Where's the humbleness in that? Think about it. It's another tactic to mislead the masses. Again, ask the right questions. because this ain't the time to be getting bamboozled. Do you understand? Because you should have seen enough and witnessed enough to know better. Clarify temperance energy. Clarify the temperance energy, please. Thank you. Why do you always dash them on the floor? Give me temperance. Give me temperance. Yeah. Oh. So it seems like some people have to put it where ooh, 4 and 5. I'm seeing this include 3, 4, and 5. Oh wow. Oh, so let me just say this. 4 ones in the upright, that's celebration. We don't do celebrations in the sense of we like to put things in people's face. What I call celebration isn't outwardly, it's more inwardly in the sense of, you know, taking better care of myself, nurture myself more. Do you understand? Treat myself with kindness. All the things I never received. If that makes any sense. That's how you got to look at things. But yeah, but then the 501s is in the reverse. So because these people couldn't win, now they don't want to disagree no more. So that's like saying they want to jump on the bandwagon, but it's not genuine collective. Do you understand? They think that they can just then like flip flop without the necessarily positive energy behind it. They just want to spew their empty words, but they're still full of toxicity. That's a fact. So this is just a ploy to try and get close to you to destroy you. That's not going to work. So if you've got any sense, collective, listen, anybody that you decide to cut off or have or go no contact with, anybody that's betrayed you, let them stay in the energy that they betrayed you with, period. If you've got any sense, these people can't be trusted. The fact that we stayed the path, because judgment here is in the calling. The fact that we stayed the path and we listen, we're bringing judgment. These are why these people are trying to like knock us down. It's because the more we speak on the truth, it's the more they get karma. It's the more the karma ramps up. Do you understand? Two of Pentacles out here with the 9 of Wands. Some of you may not even have realized the power you held within you. But let's be clear, these people did. These people knew exactly how powerful you was. And the fact that you was able to remain balanced, even with all the chaos individuals were trying to send towards you. In a sense, they wanted you to believe it was you. No. From the energy that you're resonating in or the frequency you're on, why would you accept or take on energies that doesn't belong to you? That doesn't make any sense. Again, regardless if you did that in the past doesn't exist. These people may be still in the past, but my collective, the past doesn't exist. Once you elevated and stepped on your divine path, what was in your past no longer exists. But these people choose to stay in the past purely because it serves them in some way, shape, or form, in some type of demonic way. So let them stay there, innit? Just know that's what it is. Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles, please. Thank you. Exactly. So we've got temperance and we have the empress. So that tells me some of you have gone through some type of transformation or rebirth. You may even have felt some, and it depends on to what degree, because everybody's different. Ascension symptoms, like where you might get, you might be feeling like, how can I say? You might be getting the symptoms of like a flu or a head cold, but without the mucus. That make any sense? That's ascension symptoms. Because for a lot of us, we are, because of what we choose to put in our vessels, we are healthy. But some of you had to make a lot of changes. I get it. But you had to do what was best and what was right for you in order for you to ride this frequency. And that's another thing again. I gave you an example. I don't know why I was even in this mindset. Maybe it was a lesson so that I can share it with others. But you get some people that could, I don't know, eat takeaway for a few evenings and they would gain like 50 pounds. But then you can get another individual that could eat takeaway for 5 days and still maintain a slim size. I just thought it was a fast metabolism, literally, because my diet was quite poor. And considering I ate a lot of junk, I believe this is obviously what assisted these people in keeping me in like a low frequency. Because you do know food can change your frequency, right? And it starts with these little parasites. I was that person that used to, I don't know why I did either. That's the thing. When you think about it, like the impact of it, I don't know why I used to love junk food, but I did. I thought it was cool to eat half of a Sora Lee chocolate gâteau for breakfast. Do you understand? Things like that. The big double bars of chocolate, the big packets of crisps, and then a big massive bottle of like Lucozade or what was my thing? Cherry Coca-Cola. So I was the opposite to everything that I am now, if that makes any sense. Don't get me wrong, I still like nice things like that, but that's not really nice, is it? As like a little treat, as like a one-off treat, but it's not a thing where it's the every meal or everyday thing. Even that as well, you don't have to have 3 meals a day either. Some of us would have 5, or I did anyway. I'd eat 2 breakfasts and 3 meals. And I was still snacking between meals. But I didn't understand why I was always hungry. Exactly. But what it was doing was it was just like higher my cholesterol, give me high blood pressure, and essentially give me diabetes. Yeah. So I was getting all the signs and I didn't realize that's what it was, because I just assumed what I was taught was the truth, and clearly it wasn't. It just lied to you. So I just changed my diet. That wasn't easy. Even sugar, I had a lot of sugar. I didn't understand why, but I come from a family that liked a lot of salt and sugar. And it's true, you kind of are the product of the environment you're around as a child. But at some point, you have to take responsibility for your own health. And I used to say the same thing. Oh, my mom ate it, so I'm going to eat it. That doesn't make any sense. When you think about, for some of you, your parents had a host of different health conditions. Regardless if they looked like they did, you know they did, because they told you they did. But yet, though, you was following that same path. So I'm not sure if it was some type of childhood wounds we were trying to soothe, in the sense of that was the only way you could feel closer to the individual. But you probably knew it wasn't good for you. So yeah, you have to do like a whole 360. I know what happened in mine. I think I went to the doctors. I think I just go like even that as well. These people know who you are. This is why they always want your blood. These people think they're smart. But anyway, there's I call your blood sugar level is super high. This, that, and the third. So I was always cold. And if I didn't have like 5, 6 sugars in my first hot drink of the day, I'd feel like really lethargic and my hands would be like ice with my feet, and I didn't understand. I kind of do now. So this is why I had to make the changes. As I wouldn't say it was difficult. I would say that where you're so used to doing something that you perceive to be okay or the right thing to do, I think the real battle is with yourself, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I just changed it around. So I'm kind of glad I did actually. But yeah, so and that and it's excuse me, doing that work would enable you to not only raise your frequency but have a whole different perspective. And it was at that point that you start to awaken, and this is what these people don't want. So whilst they're in the background trying to do the hoobly doobly, thinking that yeah, they put you in like mute mode, even that as well. And that's a whole nother story. But yeah, this is how you was able to elevate. And it's not even that. We all have guides, yeah. But if you're not on the right frequency, you're not going to pick up on their guidance or even their intuitive nudges that they're trying to give to you. Do you understand? A lot of times you're going to ignore it. I did exactly that too. So yeah, I can say that. But yeah. And then once you do that, things unlock or things get unlocked for you. But like I said, every day, every minute of every hour of every second is a test. Yeah, it's a test. And don't get me wrong, I don't judge anyone for whatever choices they make. It is what it is, isn't it? Do you understand? But you can't be in your 50s and 60s with the same excuse. That's not going to work. Yeah, these people didn't want to transform because the death cards in the reverse. So because they didn't want to have any type of transformation, they didn't want to ascend. They love the darkness, whatever which way it benefits them. So this tells me these are people that are amongst your family members that may have I don't know if it's some type of rank or what they perceive as some type of power, which they don't. Because nobody has more power than the creator. Do you understand? What you think the devil's giving you ain't shit. That's what I will say. What the think the devil giving ain't shit. Because if you did your maths and you would have waited, regardless of what kind of gifts it is, you would have had your own gifts unlocked to you. For some of you, you did have gifts, but you chose to use it for nefarious reasons. You use that to abuse others. And that's not very of the creator. And you know it too. So this is why you've been stripped. It's been stripped from you. Whether or not it's been, I don't know what they do with that, whether they give it to whoever you was attacking. But I do know, especially when you have parents that may have had certain gifts, once they pass, they've already decided who it's going to be passed down to. And these people know this, and it pissed them off because they wanted it for themselves. But you can see why, collective, why these ancestors didn't choose these people. So it's like they had gifts, so they had foresight, so they could see down the line, so they knew these people, what these people was going to be all about. And all these people have done is prove the ancestors right. They made the right choice. So yeah, there's no transformation from these individuals, but that's their choice, in it. So it is what it is. I kind of sense that some of them now are trying to act like, oh, I want to transform or do the right. It doesn't work like that. You can't stay one way for all these decades. And only because you're now on the losing team, you want to act like, oh, I'm off the light. You're full of shit. I'm telling you straight to your face, you're full of shit. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. You're full of shit. And the divine knows that too. You're full of shit. But that's not for me to I don't make the rules. Yeah, these people are worn out because you got why might you want to just woke up? Integrity. Yeah, these people couldn't get you to loosen your morals, your beliefs. They couldn't sway your beliefs or your integrity. But they was able to have their swayed for a price. So that should really tell you the kind of individuals you're amongst. Doesn't have to be close proximity, but I'm just saying probably residing in the same town you live in. But yeah, you was ordered to release these people because the tower's here in the upright. So that tells me that anything that's not for you, they will be destroyed. It's built on faulty grounds. You made the right decision. 2 ones is in the upright. So these people have been going hammer and tongs to try and get you to make wrong choices, bad decisions, anything to hamper your path or anything to try and have you in some type of steer you off course or have you in some type of unalignment or out of alignment. Do you understand? So that should tell you in itself, collective, you have a job to do purely because the amount of people that's come up against you. And then they're going to continue to come up against you. The fact of the matter is, the sun's here in the upright. You will always be successful. Anything you put your hands to, you will always be successful. That's not going to change. You have been successful. The fact that you're still here through all these rituals that these people have done towards you, including your own family, is testimony to not only your protection, but who you are. This is probably why these people have 4 of Cups in the upright. Yeah, you don't just react. You may have done that in the past, but you realize, like, when you take a breath, these people moved like recklessly, like they didn't weigh at the odds. They moved on however they felt in that situation or at that moment, and it got them nowhere. It got them absolutely nowhere. Yeah, the unconscious. Luck's on your side. It's like they wanted everything that you are, but they didn't want to do the work to obtain it. This is why these people like to sit in your life, watch you on the screen, and try and do spell work on you from the screen. Yeah. That's what they've been doing. And this is how you know, this is how you can separate these fake readers from the real readers, because with the fake readers, it doesn't happen to them. Do you understand? You see a totally different energy around these people. But yet, though, the minute we speak on what we're experiencing, all of a sudden they're experiencing it. They're just lying. But still, these people that are not ordained to do this, you're being removed. That is definite. Because you're not here really to help people, you're just here to mislead people. And those that are not awake, it's like you're like what do you call it? It's like your meal ticket for the Astro Run, is what I will say. But yeah, read him and weep. Read him and weep. You have to come back for a part 2 anyway. Because girl like me needs to take her